My phone buzzed on my desk, cutting through the monotony of my home office in Crest VYEW Heights like a siren. I was drowning in spreadsheets, each cell draining a bit more of my will to live. So the call was a lifeline until I saw the name. Dr. Sophia Carter, Crest VYEW Medical Burn Unit. My gut twisted. Sophia only called about fundraisers or my volunteer work with the patient advocacy group. But her voice? It was sharp, like she was holding back panic. "Tom, there's no water," she said. 3 words that didn't compute. "The mains are dry. Someone shut them off." My brain scrambled. A pipe burst? A city mix-up? "No," she snapped, her voice breaking. "It's the HOA Sunnyvale Estates. Something about unpaid fees for a shared access road. They padlocked the valve." I froze, chair half pushed back. Crest VYEW Medical wasn't some small clinic. It was a lifeline for burned VY Tims, people like my brother, James, who'd clawed his way back from a factory fire 4 years ago. That place didn't just save him, it rebuilt him, stitch by agonizing stitch. And now some HOA was choking their water over a road fee. It sounded like a cruel joke. "I'm coming," I said, grabbing my keys, already halfway to the door. This had to be a mistake. A fixable, idiotic error. Oh man, was I wrong. I peeled into the hospital lot, tires screeching. From the outside, everything looked normal, but inside it was chaos. Nurses huddled, whispering, their faces tight with worry. I spotted Carl, the maintenance guy, by the property line, staring at a row of valve boxes chained up like they were guarding gold. A padlock gleamed, mocking us, with a crisp notice stapled to the biggest box. "What's the deal, Carl?" I asked, my voice tight. He wiped sweat from his brow. "Main valve to the critical care wing, Tom. Locked up tight. That notice says it's because of non-compliance with Sunnyvale Estates HOA, signed by a Mrs. Evelyn Hawthorne, president." Evelyn Hawthorne. The name sounded like it belonged to a VY lane in a cheesy novel. I muttered it, already hating her. I'm finding this Evelyn. Sunnyvale Estates was a picture-perfect suburb, all identical houses with lawns so green they looked fake. Roses lined yards like soldiers, too perfect to be real. And there, on the porch of the grandest house, sat a woman who had to be Evelyn. She was sipping lemonade, her posture regal, like she ruled this beige empire. I didn't bother with the path. I stomped across her lawn, probably earning a citation for grass damage. Her eyes narrowed as I approached, like I was a bug she wanted to squash. "Mrs. Hawthorne." I tried to keep my tone CIVYL. "And you are?" Her voice was sharp, like a knife wrapped in silk. "The guy who wants to know why you cut the water to a burn unit." Her lips twitched, a flicker of smugness. "The hospital has been delinquent on shared infrastructure fees for 6 months. Our bylaws are clear." I felt my blood boil. People in there getting skin grafts, fighting to live. They need sterile water, not your petty rules. She smiled, a cold, infuriating smirk. "The financial integrity of Sunnyvale Estates is non-negotiable. If the hospital managed its budget better, we wouldn't be in this mess. No empathy, no humanity, just a woman drunk on her tiny slice of power." I wanted to scream, but it wouldn't help. I stormed back to my car, hands shaking. My phone rang again. Sophia, sounding like she was unraveling. "Tom, we've got 3 surgeries in 2 hours. Our emergency tanks for drinking and sanitation, it won't last for surgical needs. If we don't get water in an hour, we're diverting patients. It's catastrophic. 60 minutes. That was the ticking bomb Evelyn had lit. I sat in my car, AC blasting, trying to think. City water? A bus bureaucrats said it was a CIVYL matter, needing a court order, maybe 48 hours. People would die by then. A plumbing company? They hung up, thinking I was a prankster. A construction rental? The guy laughed when I asked for a water truck, like I was growing a forest. I was losing it, scrolling through random listings when I saw it. Big Joe's Water Hall Emergency, SARE VYCS. It sounded rough, real. I hit call. A voice like a gravel truck answered. "Joe's. What's MOVYing where to?" I took a breath. "Hey, Joe. I'm Tom. I need 10,000 gallons of water to Crest VYEW Medical Burn Unit, like now. Life or death now." Silence, then a deep chuckle. "Burn unit, huh? That's serious." What's the deal? I spilled it. HOA tyrant named Evelyn Hawthorne cut their water over some fee. Surgeries are at risk. Another pause. Hawthorne, short, sour-faced, looks like she chews lemons for fun. I blinked. Yeah, that's her. You know her? Joe laughed, a sound that could rattle windows. Know her? She tried to sue me 2 years ago over a well I dug for her neighbor said my drill messed up her prize tulips. Took a judge to get paid. You're saying I can help a hospital and screw over Evelyn? Son, I'm in. My heart leapt. You serious? How fast can you get here? Got a 10,000-gallon tanker ready for some rich guy's pool, Joe said. I'm an hour out. Can be there in 90 minutes. But this rig's big might shake up the neighborhood. Evelyn will call the cops, maybe the army. You ready for the circus? Joe, I'll handle it. Name your price. He chuckled. Standard rate, plus a bonus for the Evelyn headache. Clear the path, or we're mowing her roses. I hung up, a wild grin spreading. This was either genius or a one-way ticket to jail. Maybe both. I parked across from Evelyn's house, watching. Every second dragged. She stepped out, binoculars in hand, scanning the street like a hawk. She spotted my car, sniffed, and made a show of calling someone, probably her HOA minions, to report me. Keep watching, Evelyn, I muttered, gripping the wheel. You're about to meet chaos. A low rumble started, like distant thunder, growing louder. Kids on bikes froze, dogs barked, and then it appeared, a massive, gleaming tanker. Big Joe's water haul. We can move the wet stuff painted on its side. It rolled down Maple Drive like a battleship, branches snapping, mailboxes quaking. Joe, a giant with a grizzly beard and a grin like trouble, leaned out. Delivery for a lady who's gonna hate today, he yelled. Grab a seat. Tom, this is gonna be good. Evelyn's composure shattered. She shrieked, a mix of rage and horror. Lemonade glass nearly hitting the porch. This is a residential zone. You can't bring that monstrosity here. My curbs, my azaleas. Neighbors poured out, phones up, recording the drama. A police cruiser pulled up, lights flashing. Officer Ryan, barely old enough to vote, stepped out, looking overwhelmed. Oh, what's going on? Evelyn charged him, pointing at me. Arrest this man in this hazard. He's ruining our community. I stepped forward, adrenaline surging. Officer, I'm Tom. This is Joe. Mrs. Hawthorne shut off the water to Crest VY EW Medical Burn Unit. They've got patients in surgery. We're bringing emergency water. Ryan's eyes widened. She cut off a hospital's water? A second cruiser arrived, driven by Sergeant Malone, a grizzled vet who looked done with everyone's nonsense. He sighed, eyeing Evelyn. What did you do this time, Evelyn? She faltered, then rallied. This is a travesty. Bylaw 12. Section Foversized Vehicles. Malone ignored her, turning to me. I showed him the HOA notice. She locked the valve, Sergeant. They need water to save lives. He read it, face unreadable, then looked at Evelyn. Ma'am, cutting off a burn unit's water could be reckless endangerment. This tanker's unorthodox, but it's on a public road, VYing a hospital. Their need trumps your curb appeal. Evelyn sputtered, face purpling. The bylaws. Malone cut her off. Bylaws don't beat human decency. Step back, let them work. She froze, rage simmering but silenced. Hospital staff, including Sophia, gathered, hope in their eyes. Joe, nimble despite his size, hooked up hoses with Carl. Sophia ran to me. Tom, is that really 10,000 gallons? I grinned, tension easing. Joe's a legend with a flair for drama. Joe bellowed. Carl, ready on that valve? This'll be a flood. With a hiss and a thud, the hose connected. Carl opened the valve, and water roared through. The staff cheered, Sophia covering her mouth, tears of relief falling. It was working. Take that, Evelyn Hawthorne. The mood on Maple Drive shifted. Evelyn paced her porch, a cornered animal, as neighbors whispered. She cut off the burn unit's water? One said. That's too far, another agreed. A news van screeched up Channel 8 News. A reporter, Lisa Grant, leapt out, mic ready. Mrs. Hawthorne, did you endanger patients by cutting off a hospital's water? Evelyn tried to play VY Tim. I'm upholding our community's rules. Lisa turned to me. Your side. I pointed to the hospital. People in there need water to live. She chose her rule book over their lives. So we brought the water. The crowd murmured approval. As the tanker pumped, Malone took my statement. Joe sipped a soda. I'd scrounged up, leaning on his truck. You went all out, Tom, Malone said. More than a volunteer. Personal, huh? I swallowed, James's face flashing in my mind. My brother, James, was in a fire. 3rd-degree burns, 60 fan tram of his body. They said he'd never walk again. Crest VYEU's team worked miracles. He's alive, laughing, levying because of them. When I heard Evelyn cut their water over a fee, I had to act. Malone nodded, understanding. The tanker bought Crest VYEU a day, maybe 2. Sophia hugged me, calling me a hero and insane. Don't thank me yet, I said. Evelyn's not done. Joe clapped my shoulder. Need another 10,000 gallons of payback? Call me. Best Wednesday in years. The news promised a 6 p.m. lead story. Evelyn retreated, likely plotting with lawyers. I call my friend Dave, a lawyer who loved underdog fights. She's vindictive, Dave. Controls the HOA, try to choke a hospital. How do we stop her? He whistled. That's a war, Tom. Negligence, endangerment we can fight, but it'll be ugly. I glanced at Evelyn's house, then the hospital's glowing windows. Good, I said. I'm ready. Evelyn thought she'd win with her rules. She didn't know I'd rewrite them with 10,000 gallons of justice and a whole lot of rage. This wasn't just about one hospital or one tyrant. It was about drawing a line for James, for every patient fighting in those walls. The battle for Crest VYEW and Sunnyvale Estates was just beginning. So what do you think? Was I right to bring in that tanker, or did I escalate too far? Should Evelyn face legal consequences, or is she just a product of HOA power trips? How would you have handled her? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're Team Tanker, and subscribe for more stories where ordinary people take on the absurd. Let's keep this fight alive.